I think I see better when I got my Glock beside me. I'm rolling up some pressure just to hide the pain inside me. I'm sliding in the SRT, but it feel like a Rari. And she calling my phone, I'm blowing up, she say I'm sorry. I think I see better when I got my Glock beside me. I'm rolling up some pressure just to hide the pain inside me.
All right, so we in here today. It's a new week. I know it's been a little bit since I've dropped the last video, but it's kind of been slow this month, so I really haven't been in here too much. I've been kind of wrenching around on my truck and just redoing my stuff for my business logo and stuff. But today we got a I want to say 18 and above Silverado. We're gonna be putting on a 4-inch Belltech lift. We're gonna be leaving the rear stock, put the rear shocks in, and then we're gonna throw everything up in the front and get it situated. Just finished up the new logo for the business and the brand, so this is the new logo now, so looks good. I just finished up with this sticker. I just wanted to kind of make a prototype just to see how it would fit on here, and yeah, I think I like this one way better. This one's easier to read. I incorporated the cool camshaft and just kind of made it, you know, a little bit more personalized. Went ahead and did my front plate in the same shit, but yeah, she looked way better now. Ended up getting everything out of the box, and this is pretty much all we're going to utilize for this truck here. So we got upper coil spacers, diff drop spacers right here with the hardware kit and everything with it. Comes with some Loctite and stuff. We got the Belltech rear shocks. We got the upper bushings and some shims for the uppers, and then that's pretty much it. It came with blocks and U-bolts, but I just threw those back in the back because he didn't want to put those in. Pretty much just gonna try to level this thing out, get a little bit of a baby lean going on. He doesn't want it too squatted, so that's what we're gonna do today. So that's what we're getting into. I'm about to go ahead and get this truck up in the air, take the wheels off, and then we'll go ahead and start knocking some shit out. All right, so getting back to it, I got the strut out already, got the upper out, so all I had to do now is get up under here, put the straight spacer on the strut, put the upper in, and then we're pretty much good to go on this side. We'll get up under here and loosen up these diff bolts. There's one right there, and there's one somewhere in the back here. So the way that you got to really do it is take the nuts loose on the bottom and then push up the bolt from the top, and then you can just pull it straight out. You'll have to kind of get up under there, have one arm up in the air some fucking way to pull it out. I've done it a couple times. It's been a little minute since I did it, but it's pretty simple once you kind of get the concept of it. All right, so I got the GoPro charging finally, and I guess the damn charger was just fucked up. So I went ahead and got into this, got the uppers installed, and I got the strut spacers up here. So that's pretty much all I need to do as far as this goes. I just tightened up everything on this side, so now I'm about to go ahead and get down to the bottom and knock out the diff stuff. As you see up here, see that back diff mount? So got the spacer on the top of it right here, so it'll go on top of the mount, and yeah, you'll put the bolt through the top, and then all you have to do is put the nut on the bottom, put some Loctite on it, tighten it up. This is the rear one, so the shorter one goes to the back. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the bolt up, put the longer spacer in there, and we should be done on this side. Rough Country makes the diff spacers. A couple more companies make them. It's made for four-wheel drive trucks, so that way you don't bind the CV axles whenever you put a lift on here. So it can pretty much go up a little higher if you wanted to with this diff drop. But with this lift kit being a 4-inch, I'm not too sure how that's measured, because this spacer up here looks like it's maybe a 3-inch spacer with the uppers, and then yeah, just the diff drop. So not too sure. I didn't measure up the strut spacer, but it looks damn near identical to a 3-inch. So that may be what it is with the uppers, and yeah, I'm not too sure. All right, so we got everything finished up in the front. All I gotta do now is put the skid plate on. But yeah, everything looks good. Everything is tightened up and torqued down. So yeah, the diff stuff went pretty well. The driver's side, you had to cut like a slit off the diff. Let's see if I can get my flashlight so I can show you all that real fast. Got the new bolts in, and up there you can see the new spacer up top, so the taller one goes in the front and in the back. I don't know how good you can see it, but yeah, you can see it right there. The shorter one goes to the back and the taller one goes to the front. See, I got the new bolt on, and I got them both Loctited, so everything looks good up under here. There's no interference. I had to cut right here where that diff fin is, and kind of trim it where it hits this crossmember mount, but I only had to trim it just a slight bit. You can kind of see just a slight gap in there, but other than that, that was the only other modification needed. All right, so I got it all finished up. Just got to tweak the alignment just a slight bit more. I pulled a little bit more of the camber out. Couldn't get it all the way out, but it's straight enough for him to get back and get alignment at a shop. So should be good to go on both sides. Like I said, just going to adjust the toe on this side because it dropped just a little bit more, but got the rear shocks put in. So you can see the silver shock back there. So that was all he wanted to get put in for the rear. He didn't want it kind of leaning too much. So this should be just about perfectly leveled with how the nosedive was in the front, but everything is looking good. So yeah, we're pretty much done with this one. All right, so stopping the video just to get a quick little sponsor in. Xtool sent me another scanner. This is the A30. This is a Bluetooth version. You can plug this in through the OBD2 port and pretty much pull it up on your phone. We're gonna go ahead and get into it so that way we can test it out real fast in the truck. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and plug this into the OBD port. As you see, it's got a little digital voltmeter, so you can tell your voltage as soon as you plug in. So as you see, it's 12.3-ish, 12.5-ish. Get my key, turn it in the on position. All you gotta do is download the app on the App Store or Google Play, depending on what you got. It'll pull up on your screen just like this. So this is the full Xtool app. So you'll go to Bluetooth and go ahead and pair it. It says A30 right here. So we'll go ahead and pair it, and as you see, the blue light comes on. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick scan. As far as my truck, I got a check engine light, obviously, but we'll go ahead and do a quick little special functions overview. So it's got a whole lot of options as far as what you can do with this. This is pretty much just about the same as any tablet that you can go and get in the automotive industry. So you can use this for anything. You can save the reports, you can do auto scan, do diagnostics. It's got updates. On the settings tab, you can change the units, language, kind of configure your Bluetooth connections and stuff like that. But we'll do a quick diagnostic scan, and seeing that this is a GMC, we will go ahead and hit this. Go to automatic detection. This is a Yukon 2-wheel drive, 4-speed automatic, yes, space, whatever, disc brakes, okay. And then I'll go to automatic scan just so that way you can see it has 27 modules that it pulls up as far as GMC. Went ahead and paused it so that way we didn't have to wait for all 27 modules to load. Got both O2 sensors and the map sensor on here, so gonna leave that there because they're gonna keep popping up just with the cam and stuff like that. But I've heard of people buying, you know, scan tools that's like 1,600, 2,000, and from what I've seen on those, this one can do just about every single thing that those can do. So I like it. Shout out to Xtool. All right, boys, today we got a Escalade in here. So it is an all-wheel drive model, and we're gonna be putting on a 7.5 rough country, I wanna say. And we got everything in the boxes. He got the loaded struts. We're gonna be putting in the rear lift as well. So it's gonna be a pretty involved little project, but nothing that we haven't done before. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing up in the air and go ahead and chock the wheels, get the wheels off, and then as we usually do, go ahead and get the front end taken apart, and then we'll go ahead and start putting on all the lift materials. I get a lot of questions about these all-wheel drive models or Denali models. You can put on any lift on an all-wheel drive truck. The only difference is with like 7 to 9 kits, you'll have to flip the diff brackets like backwards and account for the drive shaft angle. And then like on the rough countries, sometimes you have the drive shaft a little bit stretched out, so it's more likely recommended to get like an extended drive shaft. On the all-wheel drive, you can't take out the front drive shafts and try to do a two-wheel drive mod, because most of the all-wheel drive systems, they work all together. So if you take the front drive shaft out, it's not gonna move the whole truck, and yeah, that shit sucks. But all right, so went ahead and got down to taking apart most of this stuff up here up front. So the whole front end is just about taken apart. Just got to take the lowers. We're gonna be keeping the stock uppers. I'm gonna take the sway bar and the brackets down. So we should be getting close to go ahead and dropping the diff and stuff. So once I get the diff dropped, it's always the same old, cut the cross member and get the new diff drop brackets put up. I got everything out the boxes, so everything is laid out and ready to go. So yeah, we're moving on pretty fast, and everything's looking good as it's coming off. All right, so getting back down to it, went ahead and got the diff dropped, and I got the new diff drop brackets in here. The cross members in, front and back, just finished up with that. As you see back there, the drive shaft isn't really pulling too much at all. It's pretty much at the same stock factory location. So all right, just an update. Went ahead and got the axle in, and then just started kind of test fitting a couple things. I did forget that on these body styles you have to drill into the lower control arm to do the sway bar relocation. And just in case nobody knows what I'm talking about, there's a last step on one of the last pages where you get the measurements for the tie rods on how much to cut off. Has the sway bar relocation template, so that way you can cut it out, put it on the lower control arm, and then drill it out. So a lot of people don't know about this. A lot of people just think, you know, you can just put the fucking sway bar right back where it is, and then they wonder why it doesn't fit the right way. That's exactly why you got to drill into the lower control arm. I've had a couple people try to tell me that that's not the way to do it. That's not in the instructions, and I clearly just made it in the instructions, showed you right down there. All right, so I went ahead and got the lowers in, I got the struts in, and both CV axles are in now. So everything is pretty much situated and where it needs to be. I'm gonna wait and tighten the lower control arms and stuff like that once I get it on the ground. Guess we're gonna keep on going in the morning and try to finish her up, but this is all we got left right here. Just the sway bar brackets, like I said, spindles, skid plate, and then we're gonna be putting all the rear lift stuff in. So yeah, should be fun, but yeah, we got some good progress in for today. So I think this is where I'm gonna call it, because I've been out here in this damn hot box all day. All right, so went ahead and got most of the front put together. I got the spindles in, tie rods are cut 3/8 on both sides, and all I gotta do now is put the sway bar drop brackets in, and I'm gonna get up under there, go ahead and put the drop brackets in, then put the sway bar on, and then once I get it on the ground, I'll go ahead and tighten up everything. All right, so went ahead and got everything finished. So I just got the skid plate in, got the sway bar and the sway bar links with the drop brackets put in as well. So everything is pretty much good to go. So now I'm gonna go ahead and set it on the ground with the wheels on it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and tighten up everything as far as the lowers and the sway bar, and just drop it on the ground, go ahead and get the alignment kind of set, and then after that we should be able to just leave it alone and be good, and then we'll move on to the back. All right, so we got it on the ground. Just got to pump up this tire a little bit. It deflated while it was in here, but other than that, everything else is good to go. I just got to tighten up those lower control arm bolts. I just got the camber somewhat sorted out, so it's somewhat straight a little bit. I probably got to pull it out just a little bit more, but I'll worry with that once I get the back done. All right, so yeah, so with the rear, I finally got the fucking control arm brackets in. With this side, with any of the Magna Ride or Air Ride models, there is an extra ABS, or there's an extra e-brake line that's right up under here that you basically got to smash to kind of get this bracket in there, because there's no other way to reroute that unless you just cut the whole mount off and then kind of reroute it yourself. But I got it squeezed in there. I've done it a couple times, but I just got the coil springs in. I just got to turn those and clock those. I still got to do the track bar bracket. I just got it hanging right there for now. So that's pretty much all I got done so far on both sides. Still got to put the shock relocation brackets, sway bar links, and then the drop brackets, and then we should be good to go. This kit should be pretty much everything else that I need. I'm gonna just end up coming back tomorrow. We'll go ahead and finish up tomorrow, and then hopefully everything will be smooth and we can get it done probably in a few hours now that I've got past the harder part. But yeah, I guess that'll be it for today. I guess we'll jump back into it tomorrow. All right, so got pretty much everything in the back installed. So got the sway bar links in, traction bar drop bracket, got the bump stops, got the control arm drop brackets, got the shock relocation brackets as well. So both sides are damn near complete. So now all I gotta do is just tighten up everything. I got everything loose still. I just wanted to go ahead and get all the hard parts in, so that way once I'm done, all I gotta do is tighten it up. And then as far as the front, we should be good to go. I did most of what I needed to do yesterday. So once I get it out the shop, drive it around, I'll check it again as far as the alignment goes, make sure it's good. Then I'm gonna put some air in this tire so that way it isn't flat whenever he comes by to pick it up today. And then we should be good to go. But yeah, man, that rear lift kicked my ass, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. These SUV lifts, they're a little bit more involved, like I said before, but it's not nothing crazy. It's just a lot more steps and a lot more work to do versus like a truck or some shit like that you just gotta put blocks and shocks in. So all right, so got it all complete finally. So now I'm about to pretty much move it around, drive it around, and make sure everything sits in place exactly how it needs to. And then I can just come back, double up, and do some torquing on all the bolts just to make sure that they're all good to go after driving it around a little bit. But yeah, just got to get this camber and shit pulled out just a slight bit more. It's not really terrible, but I want to at least try to get it close to at least up and down vertical. But yeah, everything in the back ended up turning out great. So got everything put in, everything is good to go. Shouldn't have no problems or nothing back here, so everything is tight and torqued. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as the lift components go. So you can see the whole table is cleared, no more parts, no more bolts. I got every bracket, everything on this damn thing to make it perfect. So yeah, man, we good to go. So 7.5 rough country on a all-wheel drive Caddy. That's how you get it done. All right, there she goes. So just took it down the road. Everything kind of drives basically straight, pulls a little bit to the left a little bit, but I'm pretty sure it has a lot to do with that camber. So yeah, that's about it. So 7.5 inch struts. I ended up cutting out the bump stops just because whenever I had set it down on its own weight, it was still sitting on the bump stop. I don't like that because a lot of these will come with that little rubber piece that goes on top of the bump to keep the metal on metal noises and shit like that from happening, but this one didn't have it, so I went ahead and just cut them off because pretty sure he'll be probably wanting to go up a little higher maybe later on, or he'll probably keep it where it is. Don't really matter, but just wanted to do that just in case, so he don't hear any sounds or nothing like that whenever he's driving, or if he hits a bump or some shit like that, that's usually when you hear it. But yeah, rear lift went well. Like I said, it took me a little bit longer than usual just because these are the Magna Ride ones. I believe these have 2 e-brake cables on the back instead of just the singular one that goes on this side. So yeah, that's pretty much it, but she looking good, man. All the way around, sitting even. I pumped that tire up, just needed a little bit of pressure, and it's holding it now. So new stickers looking fire. So should have those coming in probably this week. I just gotta order some vinyl so that way I can go ahead and start making a bunch of them and getting them going. As far as the truck goes, I ain't really did nothing crazy in the last few weeks. Really ain't got nothing planned right now. Main thing is really to find the engine block so that way I can go ahead and rebuild it, throw me a new motor in there, and then start doing some little performance mods to that motherfucker. But yeah, that'll be pretty much it, man. So I guess I'm gonna get the hell up out of here for the day, and then I'll be back here whenever he comes and picks it up this evening. But for now, I'm about to head to the house and get some rest. So appreciate y'all for watching. We're still getting them in, still getting them out. It's just hot as fuck, so I'm kind of pacing myself in the summertime like I always do. It's just I don't want to be loaded throughout the summer and then damn be out there hot, pissed all the time. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna keep some videos rolling. We should have some more stuff coming in soon. Should have some cam kits coming in within the next couple months. Just waiting on some guys to get their parts up. But that's pretty much it. So check y'all out in the next one. Appreciate y'all for the support. And yeah, hit me up if you need anything.